Very much so, yeah. Why did we hang on to them? They were hung on to or kept by one of my predecessors called Jim Connell, who appears, you were talking earlier, at YouTube. There's an arena program from 1982 where Jim reads out Betty's Knickers and all sorts of things, and he explains why as well. That they were two nobodies at the time, and just for evidence, they were, I think, required to keep the book covers just in case things turned around for a few years at least. But of course, then Joe suddenly became famous, and they were seen as a bit of an oddity, a bit of an anomaly, really, but something now to keep hold of. So initially, it was just about keeping them for legal reasons, and something which we put into Jim's drawer, and that was it. But of course, entertaining Mr. Sloane and Luke came out. Suddenly, these things became desirable, and sadly, the tragic deaths as well. Then they were really quite something. Joe had worked on these, he had touched them and this sort of thing, so they were almost quite sort of reverential, if you like. And yeah, they're worth quite a bit now. And Joe's not been in Ken. Next year is the anniversary of their deaths, 50 years, and there's quite a lot of commemorations. I'm sure the covers will play a part. But yeah, there was a bit of an irony, something that we prosecuted, the council back then. Now make a bit of a living out of them, so that's Orton-esque in its own way, I think. Yeah.
Any other questions? Yeah, hand at the back.
And how much was the collage bought?
Bought for this is the screen.
The screen, yeah.
At the hammer price. I don't like using that sort of term because of the selling price that I bought it for £8,000.
And how much were the paintings that he didn't sell in the King's Road?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I think you're probably looking at I don't know, a couple of quid or something.
Or whatever.
Like that. I think in today's spending power it's a little bit more, but. Yeah, it was a disaster. But the collage, the one I showed, I got a couple of years ago for the museum, and that was just shy of £3,000.
Yeah.
The Tate have just bought one for £4,500. So I think Ken, looking down somewhere, might sort of think, okay, well, perhaps my time's going to come, albeit posthumously.
Do we have another question?
Thank you.
Yeah, I was going to say, the fact that they were gay, did that not make a big thing because it was still illegal at that time?
It was illegal. It's a good point, actually. Something I was going to mention. Actually, I forgot, but I'm running out of time with it. But in the trial itself, Joe Orton said, well, they threw the book at us because we were queer. In fact, homosexuality wasn't mentioned at all in the trial. But Joe flaunted his homosexuality. Ken was a little bit more guarded, but far less than many men were at the time. And funny enough, the last weekend they more or less spent together down here in Brighton on the 27th of July 1967, that was the very day that the Sexual Offences Act 1967 was passed, or given royal assent, which decriminalised relationships between two consenting men over 21, except those, I think, in the Merchant Navy and Armed Forces. So I think they got their sort of freedom a couple of days on that day, if you like, and afterwards. But I think it wasn't as easy as just rubber stamping an act. But and also knowing the pair, and particularly Joe, I think he wouldn't have worried too much about it at all.
Yeah.
Do we know at what point Joe changed his accent? Because I'm from Leicester and nobody speaks like he did.
Probably in Leicester, I think.
It's part of his theatre training.
Yes, and he went to elocution lessons as well in Leicester, I think. He academically wasn't sort of great, but he loved the arts and so forth as best as he could. Found his 11+, so academia didn't call for him, but he did find escape in the theatre, and I guess with that you probably need a sort of a nondescript sort of home counties accent, and therefore he had elocution lessons. So the transition, and of course once he went to RADA, Darling, that was it. I think he was fully flown southern after that, fully fledged southern.
Great. Can we say another big thank you to Mark?